All right, let's talk about the single biggest myth most of us believe about getting rich. You know the one. It's the idea that traditional financial advice has been drilling into our heads for decades. So I'm going to start with a question for you, and I really want you to think about this. What would you rather have? $2 million, cold hard cash sitting in your bank account right now, or the skills, the system, the actual know-how to build that $2 million from nothing? Now, I know the first answer seems obvious, but today we're going to tear that assumption apart. And that brings us to our first big idea, and trust me, it's a game changer. The surprising and frankly, kind of scary fragility of money itself. You know how we're all sold this dream of a magic number? For a lot of people, it looks just like this, 2 million bucks. The whole idea is if you can just scrape together and hit this target, you're set, you're safe, you've won, right? Well, here's the thing. Without the knowledge to manage and protect it, that $2 million is just sitting prey. It's a target for all these silent predators. You've got inflation, which is quietly eating away at its buying power every single day. You've got lifestyle creep, a bigger house, a fancier car, that slowly drains it. And of course, without real financial intelligence, it's so easy to get suckered in by high-fee advisors or make a few bad investments that can wipe out a huge chunk of it. So here's the bottom line, and this is so important. Money, by itself, does not create security. As the source material puts it so perfectly, a big pile of cash just gives you a longer runway before the plane eventually runs out of fuel. It doesn't actually teach you how to fly the plane. So let's flip this around. If money is just the fuel, then what's the engine? Well, that's where financial knowledge comes in. This is the real power plant. And this comparison just lays it all out, plain and simple. Over on the left, you've got the passive saver. They see their money as this finite pile they have to protect. They're probably banking on something like the 4% rule, just slowly sipping from it and praying it lasts. But the knowledgeable investor on the right, they have a totally different mindset. It's not a pile to protect, it's a machine to build. They use active strategies to turn that same capital into an engine that pumps out consistent cash flow. It's a complete shift from playing defense to playing offense. So what does that even mean, active strategies? Well, instead of just buying a stock and hoping it goes up, a savvy investor uses their knowledge to generate income from the stocks they already own. You can think of it like renting out your stocks to collect regular payments. It's about making your money work for you constantly. And the source gives this incredible example. Using these kinds of techniques, a $250,000 portfolio can be turned into an engine with the goal of hitting almost $900,000 before you even turn 50. See, it's the knowledge of these strategies that's doing the heavy lifting, not just the money. This all boils down to what we can call financial intelligence. And look, it is so much more than just picking stocks. It's about knowing how to make every single dollar and, just as important, every single hour of your time work for you in the best way possible. It's total efficiency. And this kind of intelligence lets you build much more sophisticated portfolios, like what the source calls a fortress portfolio. It's all about balance. You create a super safe anchor using investments that have guaranteed returns to protect your base, while at the same time, you build a fortress of high-growth stocks in exciting areas like AI and tech to capture that huge upside. It's knowing how to play defense and offense at the exact same time. Okay, so knowledge helps you build wealth faster. Got it. But maybe the most crucial thing it does is help you keep it. And that's all about resilience. Because let's be real, this is going to happen. It's not a matter of if, but when. The market takes a nosedive, a 20% correction hits, just like you see here. Your portfolio's value just tanks, and for most people, this is the moment pure panic sets in. And in that moment of chaos, you see two totally different reactions. The uninformed person, the one with the money but none of the knowledge, they sell. Fear takes the wheel, and they lock in their losses at the absolute worst possible time. But the informed investor, they see something completely different. They understand how markets work. They don't see a disaster, they see a discount. It's a fire sale on amazing high-quality companies. And that right there is the key takeaway. It's so simple, but it is so powerful. Money panics, knowledge doesn't. Your emotions, which are tied to that dollar amount jumping all over the screen, they will betray you. But your understanding, your knowledge of the system, that's what keeps you calm, cool, and strategic. So if your true net worth isn't just the number in your bank account, then what is it? Let's reframe this whole thing. What are we really trying to build here? This quote from the source material just nails it. Financial knowledge isn't just about making money, it's about controlling your time. That's it.
That's the real end game. The ultimate prize isn't the fancy car or the giant house, it's autonomy. It's the freedom to spend your life's most precious asset, your time, exactly how you want to. And this is the thought I really want to leave you with. The money in your account, sure, it'll compound over time. But the skills you build, that financial intelligence you work to acquire, man, that compounds exponentially faster. It's the one asset that a market crash can't take, that inflation can't touch, and that a bad advisor can't lose. It's yours, forever. You know, if this way of thinking, this shift in perspective resonated with you at all, do me a favor and give this explainer a like. It really helps more people find it, and maybe realize their greatest asset isn't in their bank account. It's right between their ears. Which brings us to our final question, and this one is for you to take away. Now that you know this is true, how are you going to invest in your own greatest asset? What's the next book you're going to read, the next skill you'll learn, the next step you'll take to build that fortress of knowledge for yourself? Thanks for tuning in.